Hello everybody, I've got some Black Ops 2 Zombies gameplay in the background, and for some of you, you might be wondering why that is, and the reason for that is there's some big news regarding the new Black Ops 3 release, and it does affect this channel quite a bit. So I will get into it. Firstly, this gameplay didn't get a lot of kills, but I did get a lot of revives, so I'm counting myself as the medic of this game. Okay, so anyways, for those of you that haven't heard, this isn't particularly new news. It was actually posted a couple days ago, but custom zombie mapping is coming to Black Ops 3, and this is huge news for a lot of communities and especially this channel, because a lot of people that visit this channel, that watch these videos, have come here from the Call of Duty 5 custom zombie mapping tutorials, and this I think is long overdue. This was a great feature of World at War and kept things kind of alive. With World at War, you had the 4 vanilla zombie maps, you know, Diri, Shino Numa, Varuk, and Nocturne Toten. And when you kind of got bored of those on PC, you could play other people's maps, and you could create your own maps, and it kept the game really alive. And that game is like, what, 7 or 8 years old now, COD 5. So yeah, it's probably about 7 or 8 years old. It might be even older than that. And the game still has communities for it, for the modding community. Like, the communities are still active for custom zombie mapping, so that just shows how much it keeps the game alive. And I have a feeling doing so with this game will bring a whole new experience to this game as well. Now, I'm not sure why they discontinued it in the first place. I think it would have been really cool to have mapping and modding support for, you know, Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, especially where all those new kind of features came into zombies, such as the new perk machines and the traps and the like stuff like the staffs. I think those would be really cool in a custom zombie map, which some people have ported over to World at War. They just don't work too well. But it's really cool that it's coming to Black Ops 3 because it's evolved so much. Some people don't particularly like the way that the zombies has gone to the futuristic approach. I kind of stand on both sides of the fence. You know, at one point, like, I love the advanced features. I love the gumball machine that's been introduced in Black Ops 3, but at the same time, I don't like some of the maps, like Shadows of Evil. I'll be honest, I don't like that map at all. It's kind of like the transit of Black Ops 3 for me, because nobody liked transit, right? But anyways, there's so much more you can do now with those mod tools. Like, when those mod tools are dropped, I'm not sure if they have been already. I don't think they would be. I think it would be a little bit of time before they are. But you could use these new things, right? Maybe we could even use the mod tools and scripting to make our own gumballs, right? To add our own gumballs to the gumball machines, and all these different things that we can do now. And maybe even these custom camos, like, they add a new spice to the game. Like, there's so much that has evolved in zombies that can be used to make even better maps, right? And the World at War mapping community is already big, and it didn't even have that many features. Many of the features in the World at War zombies were pretty, you know, simple. There were the simple traps in the box and the perk machines and wall weapons, and that was basically it. But in Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 2, you know, you had the staves, you had the elevator, you have a whole bunch of new dynamic features, and I think with that, having power, like people having power to be able to use those things now in custom mapping again, not only will it revive the community, but it will expand it. And I think it'll expand it exponentially. Like, it'll be a huge community, and I think it's a very good decision they've made. I don't know why they didn't make this decision a long time ago, but it is long overdue. I don't know if they will be bringing some of the features back to Black Ops 3. It'd be cool if they brought the staffs back in some sort of, you know, kind of cool way. But yeah, it's really big news that custom zombie mapping is coming to this, and there could even be remakes using the Black Ops 3 mechanics in old maps. So, you know, some user of a community, such as one of you, could make an Ascension remake and have, like, the Black Ops 3 mechanics, like the gumball machines and all that stuff in Ascension, and I think that would be awesome, because I loved Ascension as it was. That's probably still my most favorite zombie map to date, and I would like to see that come back. That is an awesome map, and I think it would be really cool to have all these other mechanics in it. And that's why the custom community is so big, right? You can customize so much, and it allows people to do things. It allows the game to stay alive. Because when you just have the 4 vanilla maps for zombies, and then in multiplayer you just have those maps in the campaign, like, you'll eventually get sick of it. Some people get sick of it after a couple months, some people it takes a year, but eventually you will start to get, it'll start to get stale. And custom mapping kind of prevents that with the modding and the mapping. It keeps the game fresh. People can keep evolving on the game, can keep adding to the game, and it's kind of like it's a new game. Like, it keeps the game really fresh. That's what I'm trying to say. And that's why this custom zombie mapping news is so important. Once again, I will try to get the information on when this, when the tools and that actually drop. I don't know if it'll be similar to that of World at War, where they have, like, updates. So every time, like, a new DLC comes out, they might drop an update that has some of the assets from that DLC. One thing I'm kind of curious about was World at War. The reason the mod tools and the updates and everything was free was because the DLC was free for the PC as well. So Dearies and all that stuff, those were just updates for PC. They didn't cost anybody anything. Where on the consoles, they costed whatever it was, like $10 a pack or whatever. And see, with Black Ops 3, there's no way they're not going to charge for DLC, right? They're gonna charge probably $15 a pack on PC, the same as the consoles. So I'm kind of curious as to how that's going to work. If the mod tools, maybe it'll require you to buy DLC before you can use the updated assets. I don't know. I guess that's going to be ironed out when they're actually released. But yeah, this is really cool news. One thing that I was kind of hoping that would be done was that maybe these new maps, because I thought there might be mod tools for Black Ops 3, right? There was some speculation on it, but it wasn't actually confirmed until sometime this week. I can't get the exact date, but I was kind of hoping that, you'd be able to play these custom maps on console. You wouldn't obviously be able to design them on console because the software is too sophisticated for just a controller, but it would be cool to be able to play them. Maybe you install it to a USB with some sort of tool they have in there, and you plug it in to the dev port, which is USB 000, and the game could pick it up and maybe read the files off it, and anybody who has that can play that map with you, right? So you'd have custom maps on console as well, which would be really, really cool, but I think that would take them a lot of work to kind of port their engine over, because their engine is still running on Quake 3. It's not even their own engine, so it would probably be a lot of work to be able to do something like that, and that's probably why they haven't invested the time and the money and the resources into that, because in their mind it wouldn't be worth it. I think it would be really cool, but they don't think it would be a good return on investment, but it would be. I was kind of hoping for that, but I don't think that is going to happen. It would be really cool if it did, though. Treyarch, if you're listening to me, give us a bone here. Let us play custom maps on console. But, just on PC is amazing, since it's been so many years since this was supported, right? It was supported in COD 4, it was supported in COD 5, dropped it in MW2, dropped it in Black Ops, MW3, Black Ops 2, Ghosts. Like, none of those had any modding support or anything. If anything, they had anti-modding support. And Black Ops 3 is bringing these modding and mapping tools. I don't know if they're dropping for multiplayer or not. I'm pretty sure they're dropping for zombies. I'm not sure if they're dropping for multiplayer or not, to be honest. But like, I just do the custom zombie mapping videos, and that alone is a huge community. There's like zombie modding, and there's a few other forums like UTX mods and all that kind of stuff that I talked about before. And those communities are huge, and they're just based on the zombies. And if there's a multiplayer component in these mod tools for Black Ops 3, there's going to be multiplayer communities too. So it's going to build an entire, niche of communities based on this kind of stuff. And since the World at War communities are still active after 8 or 9 years, and it's coming to Black Ops 3, I can't even imagine how amazing it's going to be and how creative people are going to get. I'm just wondering if they're going to be using still the hammer editor, which is kind of like the brushes and the stuff we were using in those videos, right? I don't know if they're going to continue to use that system. I don't know if it's some sort of different system that we might have to get used to. But for sure, as soon as those like mod tools drop and I get it for PC, I'm going to be making videos on this, of course, right? The World at War series was so popular and you guys loved it. I'm going to have to do one for Black Ops 3, right? And it's going to be really interesting and fresh and new, and you'll be able to get involved so, like, right at the beginning. And that, I think, is why it's so cool. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like below, comment any questions or comments you guys had on the video, and subscribe. Hopefully we can get those videos rolling out soon. Hopefully those mod tools don't take too long to drop. I'm kind of anxious for them, to be quite honest. And I just felt that I kind of had to bring this news because it was very relevant to this channel. And it's very relevant to gaming, and I love to connect gaming and programming because it makes for it's really fun. It's a lot more fun than just programming or just gaming. It connects the two interests of mine, and I think many other people, which is why I love things like custom modding and mapping.